Hello everyone and welcome to Migraine Rescue. Today I'm with Dr. Laura Belus and we are going to be talking about one of my favorite therapies personally, which is acupuncture, and then we're going to talk about acupressure. So I came across acupuncture probably 7 or 8 years ago. My medical doctor actually referred me to him for issues unrelated to migraines, but I was shocked at one time when I got a migraine attack and I actually got in my car. I felt the aura coming and I bolted over to him and he put some needles in me and I was relieved of pain. And it was, I was like, that's all I need to do. So why don't we talk, I don't know, for people who've never had acupuncture, I know it can be seen as a scary little thing because you're getting these little needles put into you, but why don't you explain a little bit of what is acupuncture?
Yeah, so acupuncture is a form of therapy that, dates back thousands of years to a kind of traditional Chinese medicine, and a few other cultures have also used sort of acupuncture needling type techniques. Acupuncture has specific uses when it comes to pain because they believe all of the energy in the body sort of just flows underneath the skin. So it's called qi, and that energy, if it's balled up or if it's not moving freely, can cause pain, hence a migraine.
And I know it works for things other than migraines. What are your do you have any like success stories with people in acupuncture? That was for me, that happened, that it was like right away. But you being a practitioner, have you ever had patients come in and you use it?
Yes, definitely pain is probably the number one use for acupuncture acutely. So when they come in, low back pain, shoulder pain, frozen shoulder, but also, whether it's a migraine or a headache, that can definitely be very effective. Sleep is also a very positive one. So from an acupuncture session, having them go home that night and find they have a really restful, deep sleep because, again, we've rebalanced and we've sort of distributed their energy.
So you can't do acupuncture on yourself, I don't think, right? Like, it's probably not advised.
No, it's probably not advised.
But I wanted to show you today what it looks like. We're going to do a couple, I think, points.
Yeah.
What it looks like to get an acupuncture treatment. So I'm going to be the dummy, and I'm going to get some needles stuck into me. So I think when I did it, I was lying down. Is it generally?
So for this demonstration, we'll have you sort of sitting upright. We're going to show one of the points in the hand.
Okay.
But in general, for acupuncture, you would be, you'd be laying down in a comfortable position. It's relaxing, believe it or not.
Yeah, no, I passed right out. And I think it's good we're doing the hand because, as we mentioned before, you were saying how the whole body's connected.
Very true.
So this can affect my migraine, a point down here?
Yes, so the point right between, if you have your thumb and your index finger, that sort of meaty part of the skin is where we're going to be putting in the needle today. This is one of the strongest pain-relieving points in the body.
Okay, cool. Let's do it.
Okay. So, whether you're sitting up or lying down, again, the hand is really nice and relaxed. I'm just going to take out the needle in the little plastic container, and then we'll get a zoom-in version of how it looks when it's in your hand.
And we cleaned everything before, didn't
Yep,
we?
so your area is nice and sanitized and clean. I'm just going to sort of hold the point here. I'm just going to remove the plastic tab and give you a second to just... Good. So there we are. How you doing?
Barely felt it go in.
Well, yeah. If we can get a zoom in of how thin and fine the needle is, this one is actually a standard size, but it's about the size of a hair in terms of diameter.
Yeah.
Now, of course, your practitioner would put in more than one needle. This point, again, is to help redistribute, especially migraine pain, throughout the rest of the body.
And one thing I know from personal experience, and I'm sure your practitioner will tell you, don't move your hand. Even though it's a small little needle, like I moved in it and it will give you these interesting shocks.
It can. So we try and put the needles in spots where you can still be comfortable and relax and shift if you need to. But again, this is a very, very powerful point. A needle like this would stay in between 20 and 25 minutes. And again, you'd have a few throughout the body.
Okay. So now we all can't run to a practitioner when we get a migraine. So something that's helped me out is something called acupressure, which I think is the same philosophy as acupuncture, but you can do it yourself.
That's right. So acupressure is using the same points in traditional Chinese medicine and an acupuncture sort of channel, but you're using your own finger pressure to stimulate the point. So for example, the point between your index and your thumb, you'd be pressing this area using kind of like a little pincer grip.
I can't do it right now. But
yeah, and I'd be pressing on this area, and you actually do want to feel a little bit of discomfort. So you'd be pressing and holding, breathing deeply for about 20 to 30 seconds until the pain dissipates. Now, this point is a common one, but anywhere for migraines behind the neck, on the top of the shoulder, or even on the foot as well, can be safe to use with acupressure.
We'll put a diagram to make it a little bit easier for you to
Yes.
follow. But yeah, so let's say I have a migraine attack. What would be your top? I know you did it briefly, but is there like a method to it? So do I do this point first, then this point, then this point?
Right. So ideally, doing it on yourself is probably second best option. Having someone do it for you so you can actually stay fully relaxed would be ideal. But I would be doing one hand or one side at a time. I would start with the finger or the hand point that we mentioned. And you'd be pressing and holding for about 20 to 30 seconds on each side. And 2 to 3 times you can do that.
Okay.
It's a total of about 5 minutes.
And then I always see people do this. And this.
That's a great one. So top of the head, as we mentioned, and we forgot the one between the eyes. That's a great one for needling, but even acupressure, pressing and holding your thumb while resting against a table would be wonderful to help relax the whole upper neck and chest.
Okay. So we'll post the diagram for you guys, and thank you very much for joining us today on Migraine Rescue.